to Gamesthetic, episode 153. Back after Thanksgiving. Hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and Black Friday shopping season. I got both the boys in here with me. Zach, how you doing? How you feeling? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
It was all right. I'm going to be honest. I forgot whether we were going to be in studio or Discord today.
That's a very fair point, because I almost forgot that too. We got John over here. John, how are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
Man, you're going to need to turn me down a little bit over here.
All right, I got you.
That got loud real quick.
All right, I got you. How's that?
That's better.
Okay, how are you?
I'm all right. I just noticed that Alex can't stop watching football for like an hour.
Oh, okay. You're not supposed to be able to see that. I do have...
I looked over and I'm like, is he watching a fucking football game
I
right
bet he
now?
is.
Okay.
Is it the SEC game?
Yes. I do have that pulled up right now on my monitor, okay? And I'm probably going to pull up another game here in a little bit too, because this one's about to end. So fuck off, John. But hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone had a good Black Friday shopping season. Didn't get anything for me this time. I don't know, the sales just like I said on last episode, nothing like, ooh, that's a good one. You know what I mean? There were some that's like, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. But,
I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I didn't get anything personally. I can't think of anything special I got in terms of gaming or whatever. I know my lady, she went a little hard. She got an Xbox, and she also got the Galaxy Xbox controllers. Shout out to that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
I picked up a couple controllers. I got the Golden Shadow Xbox controller and the Stellar
that's a
Shift.
good one.
I don't even know if I've seen that one.
The golden one, like, it's like a gold to black fade.
Yeah, they had all those in the Xbox One line as well. There was like a maroon one, like a blue one, a teal one.
Oh, so it's in that. I guess
Yeah,
I never saw the gold one.
The gold one just
Even
came
in the
out.
Xbox One?
No, the gold one just came out.
Okay.
Yeah, gold one's like within the last like 2-3 months.
Gotcha.
And then the stellar one's the Galaxy looking one. It looks sick.
Can you see that?
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, good controller. So,
I lied. I did get some for Black Friday. Rogue Energy.
oh, so that was you.
Yeah.
I saw the sale and I'm just like, all right. I had a feeling it was probably you. Yeah. Make sure to check out some Rogue. Use the referral link down below. Promo code Spark3 to get 10% off. We
Yep,
appreciate
so
that support.
Next week, well, we're doing Discord next. No, we're not. We're doing Discord for something else. But
Yeah, Discord.
I'll
for something
have
else.
the Ruby Splash and Snowstorm
Ooh. Yeah,
along with the new shaker because my Legion shaker's broken.
I finally bit the dust, huh? So I have 2 Rogue shakers. The first one that I bought, that white-orange one,
Yeah.
that one is now retired because the lid is starting to split. So now I'm on like the black Galaxy one that I've got. I'm just like, I need to get another one soon. I'm kind of scared this one's going to break too.
Yeah, so I got the Snowstorm one coming
Yeah.
in.
Just for the record, for anyone listening, it's like, oh, maybe I want to get... That happens to every shaker, okay?
Yeah.
It's going to happen
If you
eventually.
use it enough, it's just going to wear
Yeah,
and tear,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Like-
I just rotate my shakers because just about every time I bought Rogue, I bought a shaker. So I've got like
That's fair.
5.
I can't do that because 2 of mine aren't work appropriate, so...
That's why I bought
true.
more shakers because I needed something to be able to take up to there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair. All right, so for today's episode, honestly, it's going to be one of those episodes that's going to be a lot of like, all right, we're going to touch on this, we're going to touch on this, touch on this. We got, John's been playing some TFT. I've touched on that a little bit. Just kind of touch on like whatever we've been kind of up to. But it's going to be a lot of just touching on different news pieces. So like the GTA 6 trailer, that's coming this Tuesday, as well as a lot of other. It was so funny to see the GTA 6 trailer, like cover art photo, whatever Rockstar put up, and everyone followed in the exact same trend
Vice
of
City?
artwork. Yeah, like the Vice City vibe. Because as soon as they did it, then Halo put up a graphic that looks the exact fucking same. It's like new trailer on Monday. Fall Guys put up a graphic that looks the exact
Wait,
fucking
what?
same. Call of Duty Warzone put up a graphic that looks the exact same. Overwatch 2 did as well. It was just like impressions. We do have Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition that was revealed in the time that we were off, plus another new update that
Was surprising.
Yeah, didn't know that was going to happen. Thought 2.0 was going to be the last. Now
I
we have
thought that was
2.1.
I thought that was the last time
That's,
they were touching
that's
the
more or
game.
less how they phrased it.
That's how they
what
phrased
they
it.
said. They were like, we're not doing anything else.
Yeah. Geoff Keighley with the best indie drama continues, because he did a Twitch stream recently, one of his Q&As he always does, and his answer on the independent thing was very fascinating, and I saw no one take his side on the internet, because it's one of those cases of someone fucks up, and that someone doesn't want to own up they fucked up. That's what this was.
Okay.
So gonna touch on that. Wanted to kind of just throw a question out there involving a Switch patent that came up that was kind of interesting. See if Nintendo will be a true Nintendo move and not release a Switch 2 and instead release something else. And then just other random things. We had a Phil Spencer interview where he actually acknowledged Banjo. Banjo was acknowledged. So shout out to that. Good month of Game Pass. And again, just kind of whatever else we want to chat about. So just going to be a lot of touch on this, touch on that kind of show. Speaking of touch on things, we will be live for the Game Awards this upcoming Thursday. Pending that no one gets sick in true Gamesthetic fashion.
I mean, I'm always good, so.
John, don't get sick. I know I got sick too, but you have always been the culprit to get sick. So don't get sick. I'll try not to get sick as well. Zach's always good. But we'll just be over Discord anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Even if I'm sick, I could pop in for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes
Yeah,
while
it'll be fun.
And
pop
die.
in like for like 10
Yeah.
minutes while you're feeling decent. And then
Yeah,
go, all
yeah.
right, I'm out.
Yeah, no, we will be live for the Game Awards. I'm waiting for the stream package to get sent over for that. So I don't know when we'll go live. It starts our time. I think like 6:30 is the pre-show. So I don't know, probably like just go live at 6 o'clock. Does that work for you guys?
I mean, it's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be off. So yeah, just whenever you can pop in, because I know you get off at like 5. Just pop in. And we'll be live for the show. There's already people teasing like, oh, we got these announcements coming. It's like, ah, that's cool. I know Sega said they got something coming, so I guess we'll see what Sega's got.
Knuckles the game.
I mean, that'd be cool, but probably something Sonic related.
Probably.
I don't know. Either way, Game Awards should be fun.
Or Infinity Wealth.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what possible surprises we've got going on there. Let's see. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and jump into things. Start running through the show here. All right. So the first thing that I'll just kind of shout out is just like the big gaming week ahead. So on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, we do have the GTA 6 trailer. The first official look at GTA 6. Guys, ballpark prediction. How many views is this video going to have?
Live views or after the fact?
Do both. Just throw ballparks. Like, what is this thing going to hit in the first 12 hours of it being up?
First 12 hours, I would assume it takes over #1 trending on Twitter
Oh,
and
yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's a definite. That's a definite.
I'm going to say 20 million.
20 million in the first 12 hours.
All of them.
All of them, first 12 hours.
This thing's going to get passed around
Dude.
everywhere. It's going to get shown. Like, people that don't even give a shit about it, this video
It's
is
gonna
going to be
see it.
recommended to them.
Yeah.
It's going to be the #1 video in the world for probably the next.
Week and a half.
I was
minimum.
going to say probably 2
If-
weeks.
If not a month.
Yeah, it's like
It depends on how hyped the trailer is, because it depends. Because it depends on whether it's going to be sort of a teaser thing or if we're actually going to get like actual shots of stuff.
Oh, it's probably going to be one of those things where we get like a main or like the main shot of it in one,
Mhm.
like off of one like channel,
Yeah.
and then you know how it is with a lot of these trailers and stuff. Then it's going to pop up like there might be like an IGN one in a week, and then another one pop out from a different place in a week. It's like they'll pop up over the next couple weeks of like little details about the game or
Oh
features
yeah, that
being added
easily.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's gonna be continuous, probably a bunch of continuous little shit popping up after the fact.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's definitely because there's going to be so many people deep diving into the trailer, regardless how long it is.
Oh, yeah. No, you're going to see a million videos pop up of just like full deep dives. Just like, look, 6 things that you missed from the trailer. It's going to be
Yeah.
those videos.
God, that's gonna flood my YouTube
Oh,
shorts.
yeah.
I'm not going to see a single one.
That is going
God,
to be
it's-
all over
my
the
my
short
shorts
feed.
are about to be fucked up.
This is why you flood it with VTubers now, John, and you'll miss all of it.
Dude, I went down the VTuber rabbit hole 2 weeks ago in shorts.
Oh, man. No, the view count is going to be very fascinating to watch. I'm kind of flirting with that 200 mil. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm like throwing a number on it. I
That's
think
tough.
probably first 12 hours is gonna be probably about 50, and then over the next week, it's gonna enter hundreds of millions.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I would say like a week out, couple 100 million, but probably first 12 hours will be about 50.
I feel like it's going to be one of those things that's like within the first hour, it's already going to be at 1 million.
Oh, that's gonna be
within
instant.
It's
That's
just-
gonna be
there's gonna be a million people waiting in queue.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
true.
it's gonna during premiere.
Yeah,
It's gonna easily hit
yeah,
like 3.
Yeah, if they put it up as a premiere, oh, I want to see the premiere waiting number. I want to see the waiting room number. That's what I want to see if they actually premiere it. That's gonna be funny. But yeah, that's gonna be on Tuesday, 9 a.m. Now I'm actually really looking forward to it. GTA 5 is something that like completely just got missed for me. Did not play it upon release. I did end up playing it like I think probably about I finally tried about 2 years after release. Didn't get very far into it, and even people that I've like been friends with that plays GTA like online or whatever, they even agree. It's just like, yeah, jumping in it now, not having jumped in before, you got an uphill battle. Like you got an uphill battle ahead.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
it's like that's why I don't want to play it.
What, like the online specifically?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't care about the online.
Yeah, because it's like my brother was big into the online a few years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like he would play it, but even then, like he would describe what his day playing it would be like, and I'd be like, dude, that just sounds like a chore.
Yeah.
It's like you because at the end of the day, like for people that aren't gonna spend money on it, your loop is how to make money to buy the cool shit that everybody else can just pay for.
Yeah.
And every month they're just adding new cool shit in. So it's like
Right.
take advantage of whatever money making you can do in the game while it lasts.
Yeah. So, when it comes to the trailer, that I guess the big thing that I'm looking forward to is what the trailer is going to actually be. We talked about that 2 weeks ago whenever we knew the trailer was coming up. It's like, what is it going to actually be? How much are they going to actually show? So that's the thing that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a very fun week between that and the Game Awards. Those two things going to lead in the way.
25-minute first mission showcase.
Oh,
I
that
was
would be
about to
awesome.
say,
That would be
With
awesome.
it being Game Awards, it's quite possible this trailer is just going to be teasing, then we're going to get a full length during the Game Awards.
I think we'll get it'll probably be, I'd say like a 30, 45 second kind of like probably fly over the city.
That's what I'm thinking.
Show you your main characters, some of the major players in the game, and then we're gonna get we're gonna get the full reveal at Game Awards.
That's what I'm thinking now.
Yeah. I mean, that would make that would make sense. And Jeff's got the connections for it. So it's probably already kind of lined up for it. So yeah, even if that's not the case, good and goddamn well, Jeff is going to claim that like, oh, it's part of Game Awards week. So it's part of Game Awards.
Oh yeah, easily.
Because he does that with Summer Game Fest. Anything that happens in the range of when Summer Game Fest takes place, it's like, oh, look at what happened with Summer Games Fest. It's like, it wasn't part of Summer Games Fest.
Yeah,
man.
but you got to think, he's done that so well.
Yeah.
That now he is just taken over the world of
The
these
real
shows.
question though, coming up for this week Game Awards, who's going to be on that stage?
Yo,
Who's going
I
to walk
know.
on that stage?
Yeah, I know. That was one thing that he's answered. He's like, oh, that we are beefing up the security to prevent any interruptions. And I'm just like, dude, it's happened twice in a row. It's a challenge now.
Yeah.
Like it's these like it's gonna be some kids who won't be able to get in legal trouble, like the original, like the Bill Clinton kid.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kids that's gonna try this. Cause it's gonna be one of those cases of like, I'm still a kid, can't really get into a lot of legal trouble, and like the guy at Summer Games Fest, whatever happened to him. But no, it's going to be a challenge now. I feel like.
I've got a feeling that like one more time, and Jeff's just gonna be like, you know what, fuck it, not have the security there. Someone come up and he's gonna bring down like the wrath of God on the next person to do it.
I mean, it's quite possible.
We're going to find out that Geoff Keighley is actually like a secret black belt.
It's like if it happens one more time, and then God help the next person because he's gonna be so done with it.
Oh, easily.
You're going to see him lose all sense of professionalism that he has. Like, it's going out the window. Oh, dude. That's going to be the most interesting thing about Game Awards is seeing if someone's going to manage to get up there. Or even the funnier thing is if someone tries to get up there and you see them get like tackled by security. That's what's going to be funny about the Game Awards.
Well, the
this
real
year.
trick there is because with the last Games Award, the guy just walked up with the award winners.
Dude, I know.
So the trick is knowing who the hell is supposed to receive the award and limiting how many people can walk up to the stage
I
when
know.
awards being given.
That kid was so fucking smart with that. Even the team was confused. I was like, how did you not know who's on your own team? Like, I don't know. That was fucking stupid. It was so funny though. Well, while we're on the topic of Geoff, let's hit the whole Geoff with the best indie drama, where it's essentially Geoff Keighley doesn't, I guess, like look, it is a situation of there was a mistake made, and it's not wanting to own up to the mistake and try to cover it up and play it as not a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, I think for the title of the episode, I put Geoff doesn't know what an indie is, because like of what he gave is like his definition of an independent game, and literally no one on the internet has agreed with him. So when it comes to the question, I pretty much I have his entire quote. We'll see if I actually read through the whole thing.
Yeah, you put so much fucking text in there.
I wanted the look. It's so much it had to be a separate Discord message, right? And I have Discord Nitro, so I can make some long ass messages, and I still had to put in a separate message. Anyway, so when he was asked about it, he said, "Look, it's a great question. Independent can mean different things to different people, and it's sort of a broad term." I disagree. You can argue, does independent mean like the budget of the game? Does independent mean where the source of the financing was? Does it mean team size? Is it the independent spirit of the game, meaning a smaller game that's sort of different? I think everyone has their own opinion about this, and we really defer to our jury of 120 global media outlets who vote on these awards to make the determination of if something is independent or not. You know, in other industries, sometimes there are things like in the film industry that a budget can't be above this amount of dollars or it's not independent, so I don't know. And some people have said layering the Baldur's Gate 3, that's an independent game. Kojima Productions with Death Stranding, some people say that that's an independent game. And even though it's an independent studio, of course, it's funded by PlayStation. So that's like the first part of the big quote.
Well, it's like all this boils down to is what happened is somebody moved it to a category because they didn't do the research on it. And then now it's like for some reason it's like Geoff has just decided this is the hill he's dying on.
Yes.
He's like he's under the idea of like I'm going to back my people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
but
it.
by doing it, it's like yeah, I mean, you could also just say, yeah, we made a mistake on this, but what are you gonna do about it now? It's already live. We'll make sure this doesn't happen next year.
I'm gonna guess my thing because I knew Dave the Diver became popular, but I didn't do any looking into it.
Oh, I didn't
Is it
either.
not an independent?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Who is it?
It's made, okay, so the studio that made it is a studio called Mint Rocket.
Okay.
They are owned by Nexon.
Okay.
Nexon's like a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yes.
And even the Mint Rocket team said, we don't view this as an independent game at all. Like
Gotcha.
this is a Nexon game. Like, you know, we made it, Nexon, you did all the funding and everything. Like, this is not an independent game.
Gotcha.
Like, even they said it's not an independent game.
But they got in.
Yeah.
Indie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably just like
No, and to be fair, sorry, John, I did not know it was not independent until this whole thing started. Like,
Okay.
I didn't know Mint Rocket was owned by Nexon. That was news to me when this whole news started. So, like, I didn't know that either.
yeah, I didn't know that it. I mean, I didn't pay any attention to it, so I didn't know it wasn't independent either. But at the end of the day, it's probably just a relatively small team of people who go through all or like create some of these lists, and it just got put on there because someone's probably just looking. It's like they have a list up and they just have like what the cover art for the game would be, and they're just looking at them and go, yeah, put that over there, put that over there, put that over there.
Yeah.
And
And
probably just the developer, not necessarily the publisher.
Yeah, it's
or any
like-
other background.
It's like
Yeah.
they're just. It's probably just a baseline like eye test of people just flipping through them real quick, being like, what was popular, what did people enjoy, and then, I mean, because you look at it and you assume indie game.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's how they designed the game. That's how they wanted it to be.
Yeah. So, like, with this whole thing, like, you know, I can't get behind the hill that he's dying on, because that's all it is. He's dying on a hill because he doesn't want to admit a mistake. Because, like, even him using the examples of like Death Stranding and Baldur's Gate 3, I get that they're an independent studio that aren't owned by anyone, but I would very hardly call either of those an independent game.
Well,
This is where I can agree with Geoff. All right, this is where we're hitting a little bit of a gray area, and it can be a broad term. But I think as a general consensus across gaming, indie gaming is, you know, it pretty much means the same thing.
Larian's a little different though.
Larry, yeah, it's a little bit.
I was about to say,
gray.
Larian's the sort of
Lar-
exception to the rule in this case. The Kojima Studios one, I could see where we wouldn't consider it independent just because of it is backed by PlayStation and Kojima, and like no one believes Kojima is making an indie game.
Mhm.
Where Larian,
Well, yeah, Larian, like their past couple games that they've made have been crowdfunded.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted to make the game, so they like kickstarted them, or they did their crowdfunding for them to be able to initially make the game, so that they could get money for it, to be able to like find investors for it. And they do their own thing. It's like they kind of sit off. They're gonna make their game, and if somebody wants it on their platform, they'll come talk to them.
Right.
So it's like I can see Larian.
Okay, that's
even
fair.
even though they're like, I mean, even though their game visually and everything is comparable to AAA and superior in some aspects, it that's just the quality.
Yeah.
And putting fucking 6 years into it.
And that's exactly what John. That's why I say Larian's the exception to the rule in this case.
It's the opposite of Dave the Diver, where you look at it,
Yeah.
where people look at Dave the Diver, assume indie game. Larian or Baldur's Gate 3, they look at it and assume AAA title.
Right.
When
No,
in
that's
fact,
fair.
it probably did go through indie stuff of, as he said, crowdfunding
Yeah,
and getting
that's
extra
fair.
money.
That's fair. That's fair. Just going through the rest of his quote. If you have a publisher, is it still independent or not? That's a very valid question. That game is made by a group named Mint Rocket, smaller group. It's a smaller game from a smaller group, but it's part of Nexon. They're employees of Nexon, which is a very large publisher. So I think it's a fair debate and discussion. Is that game truly independent or is it not? You can kind of argue it either way. It's independent in spirit. It's a small game. I don't know what the budget is, but it's probably a relatively small budget game. But it's from a larger entity, whereas there are other games on that list that are from much smaller studios. But even something like Dredge is published by Team 17. So is that independent or not because you have a publisher? So
This is just one. It's like, this is where like his response to this, and this is where I would look at it and go, Geoff, you're making one of your first mistakes here. It's like there's hills to die on. This is not the hill to die on.
yeah, right.
It's like you have laid claim to several periods throughout the year where your award shows take over the internet. Why are you dying on such an arbitrary hill?
Right. Big facts.
It's like you can try to argue for your people and say, and come up with these kind of, some of them are valid, but for the most part, I don't agree with it. Of what's an indie game, but when you have the people that made the game coming out and going, yeah, this is not an indie game, your argument is immediately nullified. When the people who make the game are telling you, yeah, this was not an indie game, it's like this was made from
We
them.
were
This
fully
is,
backed
it's
by
like,
Nexon
it's
for
like
Nexon.
they tasked us to make the
Yeah.
game, and this is just the game and art style and everything we wanted to make, so we did this. But it's not an indie game. All of this goes out the window at that point.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's a weird hill to die on. It's like, if you want to back your people, then at that point, just go, yeah, we made a mistake. Like I said, we made a mistake. We'll make sure it doesn't happen next year. That's all you had to say.
Yeah. That's all it had to be. Could have been short, sweet, simple, to the point, but
You damn sure Mint Rocket's taking that award if they win it, though.
do
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah. They're taking that award, all right.
It's like, I'd love for them to like walk up to accept the award and go, not an indie game.
But thank you. you know if there's any like snarky people there, they're gonna make some sort of like side shot.
Oh yeah.
I
most
mean, not
definitely.
directly say we're not an indie game, but you know they're gonna make some side shot at the fact that they're not an indie game.
Or if they don't win and whoever accepts the rewards up there and they're like, yeah, actual indie game wins the award.
yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be one of the mic drop moments of the show. That'd be one of the best moments of the show.
They're never making it to the awards again.
Yeah, that'd be blacklisted. I won't read the last part of the quote that I've got here for him, but no, it is a very interesting hill to die on because it's like indie category is an important category. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it's like the game of the year. You know what I mean? You know, it's not like it's the game of the year. So it's like of all the hills that you want to die on, it's just like this is an interesting one. But you could have just said, "Hey, we fucked up. We'll fix it next year," and could have moved on, but we didn't. It is what it is. All right. Anyway, so yeah, while we were on break, we did have the Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition revealed, which, thank Christ, I have been begging for a current generation, like, hard physical copy of, like, the full game for, like, forever. Because, like, I've done some like like Reddit research, and apparently there's a lot of other people that have the same fucking issue that I have with the PS5. It annoys the shit out of me because for like a 4-month period,
That it keeps launching the PS4 version.
Yes. For like a 4-month period, PlayStation fixed it, but now it's not fixed anymore. And it makes me so mad of like, I go on to play, Cyberpunk, or I'm trying to think of some other games that I have like the PS4 disc for. I guess Ghost of Tsushima would be one because I paid for the upgraded version of that.
Okay.
I put like the disc in and it starts to like install the PS4 version. I'm like, stop, please stop. It's just so annoying. So I'm just weird about shit like that. I've really wanted a PS5 or Xbox Series version of the game. So that is coming out this Tuesday, which is really sick. For the physical editions for the PS5, the base game's on a disc. Phantom Liberty is a code. The Xbox, everything is disc, but I believe it's a 3-disc game.
Woo!
Yeah, 3-disc game. I just like Baldur's Gate's a 3-disc game for the Xbox because Baldur's Gate 3 is getting its physical.
The fact that
release.
it's only 3 surprises me.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see how that would surprise you. Yeah, 3-disc game for the Xbox.
Speaking of Baldur's Gate, it got an update.
It did. I did see the update. I don't know what all it had, but I did see it got it.
Mostly epilogue stuff, and then fixed some stuff in Cazador's Palace and some other glitch stuff.
Nice. No, but with the Ultimate Edition for Cyberpunk, we're also getting another update that we did not know we were going to get. We thought 2.0 was going to be the end of it. Apparently not. We have 2.1. And one thing, the biggest thing that everyone's excited about with 2.1 is the metro system is finally going to be in the game and work. And it's going to have like 19 stops. And I think this is so funny. Why? Because like I remember when the game came out and people were trashing it and picking it apart. I remember seeing videos of people be like, look, you see this? There was clearly supposed to be a metro system and there's just a blank empty bridge here. There's nothing here. And it goes like all through the city. There's nothing here. So it's like you're finally getting a metro system. That's just kind of neat. New hangouts with your romance characters. And that's cool.
People will they'll take one ride on the metro system and then they're never gonna.
They're gonna get in a car or they're gonna fast travel.
I'll ride the metro system.
Fast traveling's quick.
Yeah, I'll ride the metro system. Sounds fun. New hangouts with romance characters, mobile radio, listen to music anywhere, 5 new bikes and new Porsche cars. Shout out to that. New bike gameplay, including wheelies, flips, and knife throwing from your bike. Replayable car races and new rewards. Gangs will now react to your choices and send hit squads after you if you go against them in gigs and quests. That's fucking cool. That sounds really fun.
They'll die before they can even like see where I am as well. It's like I will hide from them, hop around a corner, and then hit them with a bunch of quick hacks. They won't see it coming.
Yep. Redone and finished some previously unfinished roads and highways that lacked NPCs. Car chases have now been worked into old gigs to make them far more engaging. New accessibility settings and HUD customization, and that will be releasing December 5th along with the Ultimate Edition. Apparently, there's even more in there that hasn't even been announced. So just like Cyberpunk is finally like perfect. It's finally like the game it should have always been. I know we said after 2.0, but now it's like they keep finding more reasons to make it even better.
It's sort of funny because I actually know somebody who actually just recently started playing Cyberpunk for the first time.
Yeah.
And he's been very enjoying. I was like, you chose the best time. It's currently peak.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is
it.
Like we said before, this is best time to play it.
Yep. So our buddy Josh, he recently bought it for Black Friday. He hasn't started it yet because he also bought Red Dead Redemption 2. Thank God this boy finally listened to me, and he's loving that game. But no, like when I was telling him about all the 2.1 stuff, he's just like, man, it's so funny that I'm going to get to go into this game and experience for its true peak, and your first time experiencing it was what you had at release. I'm like, dude, it's 2 different games. I'm telling you, it is completely 2 different games.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I'm glad that it's gotten its ultimate comeback story and it's gotten all of its roses thrown to it, because like Cyberpunk was never a bad game. It was just a broken game. That's all it was. So I'm really happy to see like that we continue to get even more updates. This one will probably be the actual last one though. I can't see them doing it, but you never know. Could get a 2.2. We'll see. So, but yeah, hopefully I can pick up the Ultimate Edition this week because I would like to have it. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, shout out to Cyberpunk. This is the best time to play some Cyberpunk. Yes, though, Josh is playing Red Dead Redemption 2 finally, and he is very much enjoying it. And he said he was so mad that he's waited so long to play it.
I'll be honest, I've still never beat it.
Well, you're not big in open world stuff anyway, though, right?
Really.
Yeah. So
I didn't make it 2 hours.
yeah, Cowboy. It's John's exact words because he lived with me when this came out. Is Cowboys do everything so slow. And then that was
Yes!
it. And he never played it again.
Dude, I was 2 hours in and I'm still slowly walking through the fucking snow.
Look, if you got past the snow, the game opens up. All right, that's when it gets great.
Here's the problem. I say this about every game that wants to introduce you with a tutorial type mission or tutorial setup. Make it fun. Make it enjoyable. You're supposed to use that opportunity to show you what the game is going to be like. And let me tell you, didn't sell me on Red Dead. I've thought about going back to it. I almost picked it up on PC this past week just to give it another go.
Yeah.
But, maybe at some point I'll do it.
Yeah. You should.
Probably not.
You should.
Never.
What if I got it for you?
Why is it always now coming to, hey, John, let me buy it for you?
Yeah, I mean, basically, that's how we got to play Demonologist, which I'm sorry, guys. I'll get that video uploaded.
If he buys it for me, he can't buy Cyberpunk.
That's true. I'm broke. That's true. That's very true. And then next weekend, when I get paid on Friday, I was planning to get Avatar too. So.
Oh yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah, when I mentioned that to John before you got here, John's just like, you actually want to play that? I'm just like, yeah. He's like, it looks so bad. I'm like, look, the game, the world. I just want to go explore the world. I know it's gonna be a Ubisoft game.
Yeah. It's I think what my exact words were. It's a cool skin for a Ubisoft game.
Yeah,
I was about to say it's secretly Far Cry 7.
No, I mean that's what it is. I'm aware of what I'm getting into. I just want to see what the game looks like. I just want to see the world. Okay, I just want to see the world they created. That's all I want to see. I know what I'm getting. I know
it's just a bunch of polygons.
I know I'm getting a Far Cry 7, which also shout out to Far Cry 6 coming to Game Pass. I'm glad I held out on it because I'd have been real mad if I bought it.
Did it come out to Game Pass?
It is later this month.
Okay.
I'd been real pissed if I bought it for Black Friday because I have been kind of wanting to play it, and then I found out that it was coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, that's your best bet. It's not worth buying.
Yeah, another thing that's not worth buying is Redfall. I sent it to John. I'm like, hey, John, it's $10 at Best Buy. And John's like, I don't think it's worth that.
I responded. I was like, I think that's still overpaying.
Hey, never forget, whenever John talked about Redfall, I asked him, was there any redeeming qualities to Redfall? And John paused. He's like, you don't have to pay for it if you have Game Pass.
Yeah, Redfall was very much a game that was forced upon a studio that did not want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they didn't. And unfortunately, they're still having to work on it. That's the worst part. It's like no one fucking plays it. It's basically like Babylon's Fall at this point. No one cares. No one wants to play it, but they're still having to work on it.
You know what the worst part is? I played Redfall long enough for it to fall into the same category of game for me this year as Forspoken and Hogwarts Legacy, where I played them for 8 hours and dropped them.
And you were almost done with Redfall, weren't you?
I was pretty close.
Wow. That's determination. The fact this man was close to beating Redfall, that takes some determination. Another game that I've been wanting, that I'm holding out for to come to Game Pass. I believe it is. I just don't know when because it's not part of the December lineup. But I saw where some people were getting notifications because we've seen this happen so many fucking times where people will accidentally get a notification of download this on Game Pass now, and it's not on Game Pass yet. It happens. Immortals of Avium is apparently coming to Game Pass.
Yeah,
at some point.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, so you saw the leaked, the images someone put up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas they got the notification for it, the little badge saying it's on Game Pass, but it's not. They do have a demo out finally, so that's good. They should have released one before the game came out. Maybe more people would have played it. So I did download the demo. I played like 20 minutes, and then I had to go do something. But, I mean, it looks pretty. I'll give it that. I didn't get to really do anything yet. I'm only like 20 minutes in, but it looks really pretty. So I'm looking forward to actually playing it if it comes to Game Pass. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to Cyberpunk though. Very excited for Cyberpunk getting all of its roses. So the next thing that I had for like key talking points, and then we'll like touch on just like what we've been kind of up to, anything that we particularly want to chat about, is I thought this was really interesting. There was a Switch patent that was found recently, which Nintendo's always patenting all kinds of shit. There was the patent recently of what we can assume was probably like the Switch 2, which was like I don't know if we talked about this on the show because I don't know if this happened while we were on break or not. But the patent that we can assume was a Switch 2 was a foldable device, dual screens on the inside, and whenever you fold it, think of a DS, the top is also a screen. So a total of 3 screens on this device. maybe that's the Switch 2. Maybe that's just an idea they thought up one night. They're like,
hope that's not the
patent
Switch
it,
2.
patent it, in case so no one else does it. But yeah, 3 potential screens. Zach's just like, what the fuck? Yes. So
Why not just give us a new DS at that point?
yeah, I know, right?
We don't need a foldable fucking Switch.
I've been predicting this foldable Switch
as
for a while. That's what I've been predicting for a while. Since like there was I remember the news where like Nintendo and Samsung had partnered up, and I'm just like, Samsung makes great foldable phones. I'm seeing a possibility here.
Here's the problem is
You don't need that many screens.
3 screens.
Problem is, yeah, there's that.
It's basically going to be like, guys, look, it's going to be like the Samsung Fold. That's the way I picture it. When it's folded, you have your front screen, then you can open it up, and then you have your large screen.
It's basically this, but you can fold it.
Yes. And it's technically bigger.
God dang it! Let the razor die, people.
So there's 2 versions. There's the flip, which is this, and it just folds down like a razor.
Okay.
But then there's the fold, where it's like it'll stick out about like this far, and you have your front screen to do whatever on, and then you can open your phone up, and it's like this wide, and you have 2 screens essentially.
Cool. I can have a handheld tracker.
Basically, I will say I really want the fold.
You can buy a Samsung tablet.
Yes.
For way cheaper. You could. It's like you could buy a 10-inch Samsung tablet for $150 or $200 and not go out and spend $1,000.
Yep.
And you have the same thing. It just doesn't fold because you're never gonna use it in its full open state. Probably unless you're at your house.
Yes.
Please let it just be a patent that Nintendo went, let's patent this just in case, and not that's something they're going to release in actuality.
So I will say I've personally been on the boat for like all year. The next Switch will be foldable, but I never predicted a 3rd screen. I thought it'd just be the 2 screens. You dock it, to do, for all your. What I thought it would be a foldable screen because that also opens up for DS and 3DS, to come to NSO at some point. That does open it up. So I've been in that boat for a while.
Yeah,
3 screens, it's a little much.
Still don't want a foldable Switch.
Yeah. I don't either.
I think it's the future, but we'll see.
No, it's the fucking past. They just got rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, they did.
It's like them going back to the GameCube handle things. Like you can fold it up and put it in your pocket.
Well,
take it everywhere with you.
So with the Switch, you wouldn't be able to fold it up and put it in your pocket. But back to the recent news of the week. The new patent that was found, you would be able to put it in your pocket.
Oh, fuck off.
So, okay, listen.
I don't know about you. I can already fit a Switch in my pocket.
I'm be fair, I can probably fit one in my hoodie pocket.
Depending on what pair of pants or shorts I'm wearing, I can too.
Yeah, so I don't need to fold it.
No, okay, so
I don't want to fold it.
With the patent that came out like this past week that someone found, all right. So the one that we were talking about, the foldable one, that was like 2-3 weeks ago or whatever.
Okay.
The one that popped out this week was basically a Switch Mini. It's the current Switch. They moved the home and the screenshot button to like the top of the console to kind of make it smaller and just really, it is compact. It is something that you can put into your pocket. It is patent. I saw the design for it and everything. So it's like I saw this and the first thing I thought of. Because Nintendo, like, I understand they're still trying to sell, just try to sell consoles, whatever. But, like, I'm telling you guys, I fully believe Nintendo thinks they can keep milking the current Switch and not go to the next generation yet. So the question is, do you guys think they could just drop a Switch Mini next year and that just be their drop and Switch 2 comes out in 2025?
Yes, because they've dropped consoles before that have plummeted and they've been fine with that.
Because what you just said and you also saying we just got away from the foldable thing is exactly why I think they could. Because if you guys may or may not remember, I had to get reminded of it. No one asked for it. No one thought it was coming. Nintendo's just like, you like the 3DS, right? 2DS, here you go.
Yep.
2DS XL, the big, long 2DS that's awkward as fuck to play that you couldn't fold.
Yeah, that are expensive as shit.
Yeah, it just popped out of nowhere. That's how I see this Switch Mini. Is a Switch Mini is going to come out next year and no Switch 2. It's just like, here's a Switch Mini. You can put it in your pocket. Congratulations.
The problem with that
because it's Nintendo and they will do it just because they fucking can.
Yeah, exactly. No one's going to stop them.
The problem is Nintendo can burn the money on these shitty versions of their consoles.
Yep.
Because they sell every game 10 different times.
Yes.
And then they have a loyal fan base that'll buy it, plus their Japanese market.
Facts. Switch Mini, guys. I'm telling you, it's coming next year.
Fucking hell.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be a glorified Tamagotchi thing.
it basically will be, man. Like honestly, like the Switch Mini, it may be like a little bit bigger than my phone. Like I'm being real. Like that's how big it's gonna be. Where it's the size of a phone and you can put it in your pocket. It's like the gimmick for it is cool, but at the same time, it's like, come on, dude. We are running on 2015 hardware. Besides like the screen, you know, that they updated with the OLED and the battery, they upgraded with the OLED. But other than that, like the general processor and stuff, you're running on 2015 tech. Like, dude, come on.
That's the other thing I was saying is it's the Switch, the bigger version of the Switch barely fucking works. And you want to make it smaller and more condensed down? That ain't gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna play on it.
The
only thing that
especially because your battery is gonna last 45 minutes.
Yeah, indie games and probably the Nintendo, like some of the Nintendo games. Can you imagine playing Tears of the Kingdom on that little thing?
No.
Oh fuck, that thing might explode in your
Because
hand.
you're not gonna play Tears of the Kingdom. You're gonna go, what's that pixel?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, trying to play Tears of the Kingdom. And keep in mind, it won't even be the size of my phone because you have the buttons on the side and the joystick. So it's a little smaller than this. It's like, okay, where am I going? All right, let me see if I can figure that out. It's going to be so stupid. I hope that doesn't happen, but I could see it happening. As soon as I saw this patent come out, I'm just like, no. Don't give us another 2DS XL situation. Please, don't give us that. But that would be a Nintendo thing to do.
Or it's gonna be a dumb accessory for your Switch.
So yeah, that'd be fine.
It reminded me because I saw a picture of it earlier when I was watching a video on it. Remember when they had when they were selling all the cardboard and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, the
And
Labo.
their VR headset, which was just you made a cardboard visor and put the Switch in, but to still play the game, you had to still hold it up like this.
Yep. Yep.
Look, guys, you always have to give Nintendo an A+ for just thinking creatively.
And people bought the shit out of Labo.
I wonder how much Labo runs for now, because you can't just go buy it anymore.
You can't just buy it. It's not.
That's
It's
what I
not
thought.
produced. You can't buy a sealed lot. I've never seen a sealed one.
Let me see if I can see it get a price.
I hate.
It's gonna be
Nintendo.
on a dumb price. I guarantee it.
I hate Nintendo.
Nintendo sold fucking
so
cardboard.
No, it's not bad. I can buy the Labo Toy-Con Variety Kit World Edition for $90 on Amazon. That's cheaper than I thought it was gonna be.
That's cheaper than I thought it would be too, but it's the
Yeah.
appropriate price.
Yeah, I mean it's about like $80, $70.
Fucking. Is it new
Well,
or used?
Let me open and find out. It is new.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it is new. That'd be funny buying used cardboard.
Nintendo got
And-
away with
and
selling
dude,
cardboard.
So if you want to buy multiple kits, you can buy this kit. You can buy the vehicle drive kit, and you can buy the robot kit, all for $200 combined, all three. Because you got to keep in mind, they made multiple kits.
Yeah.
It's not just the one. Okay, so the VR kit, that one is $340.
What the fuck?
That one is $340.
What?
I can buy it right now, and it'll be here on Friday.
Fucking hell.
This thing looks so stupid.
Yep.
You guys want to all pitch in together? And
Why
buy
was
the Labo?
Nintendo the only one to get away with selling cardboard?
Because their fans are stupid.
Wait, they had a Bill Nye. They had a Bill Nye crossover with Labo.
Yeah,
I missed that.
I remember that.
I missed that. I see the video for it. That's how you really try to drive it home. Is you get Bill Nye in on it. Hey, it's got 5-star ratings basically. Nintendo's statement is apparently Labo is available at retail locations. I've never fucking seen it. Bullshit.
Not where we live, apparently.
Yeah, bullshit. I've never seen it.
I don't want to talk about Nintendo anymore.
All right. Oh, Nintendo's fucking stupid.
No, they're geniuses. It's the people who buy stuff are stupid.
No, that's true. They are geniuses. We cannot get. They went from fucking doing appliances and brothel houses to what they're doing now, selling you cardboard. So shout out to Nintendo.
They gangster as fuck.
Yeah, no, for real. But anyway, I guess besides that, what have we been up to, this week? For me, touched on Immortals of Avium, still playing a little bit of Cyberpunk. Did some TFT, enjoying the new set, and then I'm back into one of my college football revamp moods. So I'm currently doing Dynasty on that. Tried to mod the mod, fucked it up. Had to reinstall the mod. I even followed a video because I wanted one particular thing, and someone in the Discord put up a video of them doing it. So I followed it, every damn step. But I did notice that even though I use the exact same lines of code they use, is like 00570, 00575, I did notice that some of the things that like were different for me than it was them. And I'm just like, I feel like because this is an older video and there's a couple versions later, that I'm doing this with, it's probably not going to work. No, it did not work. I fucked up the game. I had to reinstall the mod, but love some college football revamp. I'm at like 120 hours on just the revamp right now. But yeah, what have you guys been up to? TFT's been fun.
Started Prey, Zach.
Yeah, he finally.
Oh
did
yeah,
start
how's
Prey.
that? How you liking it? You like the little spider things?
Game's stressful.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I was telling Alex too. It's the loudest fucking game I've ever played.
I could see that as well.
Because I don't know what it is. Because I was playing it out of my computer speakers. I had the master volume turned down to like 8,
Yeah.
and the dialogue volume on like 6. And if I go any lower, I can't hear them. But if I go any louder, they're fucking yelling at me. Yeah, the game's just stressful. It's like I played it for about 2 hours or so the other night, and then just haven't got back around to it yet. But I'll keep playing it. It's been interesting, but yeah, it's just.
Did you at least get through the opening stuff, where you're actually walking around the station?
Yeah, I'm wandering around.
Okay.
So yeah, I got through the opening. I'm wandering around, kind of like exploring right now. Yeah, it's very stressful, at least so far. But I don't know. Maybe it'll become less stressful as I get used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so far it's still good. Still enjoying it.
I mean, from my understanding, it's still a solid game.
But yeah, I played that. I did. Me and a couple buddies did pick up. I talked to you about it a little bit. We picked up a game called Inkbound.
All right.
Which
is that full release, or is it early access?
I think it's still early access.
Okay.
It's kind of like a roguelike game, where there's what is it, 4? I think there's 8 different characters right now. That I think you start with 3 of them, maybe 4 of them, and then you just unlock them from doing different quests and stuff in the game. And gameplay wise, it's very roguelite, where you kind of start going down a path, pick which ways you're going in that. But the actual combat itself, pretty interesting. If you've played Stolen Realm or heard me talk about Stolen Realm before, it's very similar, where the enemies show up and then it's turn-based, but the turn is everybody that's playing. If you're co-op, you and all your co-op partners are all going at the same time. And then a lot of the enemies will, whoever they're going to attack is based off of who damaged them last.
Okay.
So it's like you can kind of work it out where like people that are low health or your glass cannons or something like that, your squishy people can kind of do all their damage, and then have your tankier characters or people that have the health to spare kind of tag them and take the damage, or just try to kill them outright. And like the runs are, you kind of go through and you do like 3 boss fights, and then if after the 3rd boss fight, which they call the villains, which is basically just the ending boss for each like zone that you go through.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of repeat the cycle. You unlock additional, like, I forget what they call them, but it's essentially like the items with all the modifiers that you would have by doing the quests, or like doing different actions in the game, or using certain combinations of modifiers will unlock additional stuff for you to use in future runs.
Okay.
So it's a very fun game. And then because they have like quick runs, which are shorter, and then they have deep dives, which is where you do the 2 guardian fights and then boss fight, where you can have. But in the deep dives, as you go through and complete them, it's Zach, you remember like in Across the Obelisk, when you completed runs, you could then have the harder versions of the runs. You could add additional modifiers and stuff to it.
Yeah, corruption.
Yeah, it's very similar here. So it's like as you complete or when you complete a run, you complete the run and then you go to the first tier, and then you complete that when you go to the second tier. And every time you go up a tier, it's new modifiers. So where you have less starting money, enemies have more health, they do more damage, you have less resources, things like that. So it's a very fun game. Played a decent amount of it in the last week. Had a lot of fun with it. And then TFT.
Yeah. This set's really fun.
Yeah.
I really like this set.
Yeah, but it's like I played it when it first came out like a week or two ago, or about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. I didn't think much of it then, and then came back over the past few days and have been playing it. Really good set. Surprised by it because I didn't like the last set too much.
The last set I played a lot of, but it
I
wasn't
played
that
I
great.
played a lot. I played way more than I should have for saying I don't like the set.
Trust me too.
But this set,
I liked the mid-season refresh though that they did. That was fine, but the first part I didn't care for.
See, the only part I liked about last TFT set was anytime I got to get
Bilgewater.
not Bilgewater,
That's what I loved. It was so OP. The cannons were so stupid.
not Bilgewater. Fuck, I can't. Whichever one disabled all the abilities and just made it classic TFT.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you mean. Just one of the starting things.
I chose the shittiest ones possible.
Yeah.
yeah,
I won more times than people really liked me have.
yeah, because they still have the thing where when you start the match, you have the 3 different.
The augments.
Like-
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's not even the augments. It's just like
No.
how the game is
Yeah.
gonna be played.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on the word for it, but everyone knows what we're talking about.
But yeah, it's like they still have that voting system in, which I don't care for it.
Yeah.
It's like it's not my favorite thing, but a lot of times it doesn't change too much.
That's why I chose the shittiest ones possible.
But yeah, the current set is, I would say, really good. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and probably the thing I was telling you before we started, the thing I like the most about this set is it feels like the most flexible it's been in like 4 sets.
True.
Whereas
You can do a lot of different things.
like every single tier of units, like you can build around.
Yep.
It's like you can build around them, and in general, just most of the units are good.
They are.
Because I was looking at the champion list yesterday when I was playing with a buddy of mine, and I was like, man, there's not really very many champions in this set where I look at them and I go, yeah, I wouldn't play them. But it's fun. I've got I was showing you beforehand, showing you my match history. I had a pretty good run the other night where I think I got like, I think my lowest placing in like a 6-game stretch was 5th.
Damn.
And that 5th was the outlier because it was like 1st or 3rd for a while.
See, I haven't touched this set yet, but all I know is the soundtrack is good because I constantly see posts about the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. No.
Since it's a music-based set.
Yeah. The soundtrack is very good for it.
But yeah, I've been enjoying it. We had a game this morning where three of us were playing, and the 3 of us placed 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Nice.
Ooh.
I took the win.
Nice. That's all that really matters.
But yeah, it's a enjoyable set. I'll be putting some time into this set.
Yeah. This set's a lot of fun. What about you? What have you been up to?
Mobile games.
Yeah. Still on your mobile game kick?
Yeah.
Even though like he and I both like we got so excited about this last episode that we found out a mobile game that for an anime that we liked came out. Neither of us have touched it.
I mean, I got it downloaded.
I have it downloaded too. I actually should probably just go and update it.
I
when we
mean,
do
so
that.
here's what's happened. So I've been playing this mobile game for at least 2 weeks now, Reverse 1999. It's newer mobile game, just came out pretty much at the beginning of November, sort of right at the end of October. And it is actually very good. It's a RPG style card-based game. More or less, you go into missions and stuff. You set up a team of 4, 3 front lines, 1 backup in case someone dies. And then it draws. Each character has 2 skills, 1 ultimate. And more or less it draws I don't know how it determines how many cards there is of each skill, But more or less, it draws a set of cards. If you have a full team, it's 7 cards, 1 of each card, 2 of one, or 1 of each skill, 2 of one. And more or less, it's a system of type advantages, disadvantages, ultimate charge system, which is based on actions taken, fusing cards to make them a stronger, making the skill stronger, because you can fuse skill cards to make them go up a tier, up to tier 3. 5 gets you an ultimate. Yeah, overall, the system, it does have its complexity and whatnot, but it's simple enough that most people can grasp it if they've played any kind of card-based RPG before.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is actually very compelling because it's not your traditional fantasy or magical setting. It's more or less set up in a modern magic, more or less. It's uses the turn of the century theory, more or less how people thought when it was going to hit the year 2000, the world was going to end.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So in this case, the world ends in a sense, but more or less magic goes haywire and begins reversing time. So the date of 1999, December 31st, it just suddenly goes back, and what's called the storm happens, in which any mages in that caught in the storm pretty much die.
Mm-hmm.
And then regular people don't even notice it. And more or less it starts warping time in the world and everything. And more or less you have a character who's can magically go through the storm. And there's some background that hasn't been explained, but overall, I mean, I enjoy the story. I mean, the first chapter takes you back to Prohibition era during the Great Depression.
You said it's reverse
1999.
All right, I'm going to install it.
Here's the real bad thing about it, why I've put so much time into it.
Should be on Wi-Fi. What do you mean?
No,
I wasn't.
I started it when the game began, so I have the possibility to full complete the collection of characters. And my gacha luck has been good. And so far,
Of course it has.
So I've currently acquired all the event characters, so I'm still in line to collect all the characters.
Of course you are.
And surprisingly enough, I've only put in like $20 into this too.
Okay.
And the fun fact, next Thursday, the next event starts, and it's a horror event.
Ooh, love horror.
So
stuff.
for Christmas, we're getting a slasher story event.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard fitting off Friday the 13th because it's happening at a Camp Green Lake. Your main character and their support person are going back to the 80s during a mysterious event that happened at a camp. And we meet 4 event characters. Horrorpedia, who's a guy who's big into horror films and part of this magic society you're part of, who's joining you for the adventure. Tooth Fairy, a girl named Jessica, but's been dubbed Changeling by the community. So I'm assuming she's the Changeling because her character's Jessica, but from her affecting card, she's a fawn, like a satyr.
Yeah.
And then a Blondie, who is straight up Last Girl, and a slasher film. So I'm gonna have fun next week. So
Speaking of slashers and stuff, totally off topic of this podcast, and I apologize. That's why I'm not going to talk about it in detail. I went and saw Thanksgiving, the new slasher movie that came out by Eli Roth. Really enjoyed it. A lot of fun. If you're a fan of slashers or you're a fan of like 80s slashers, like stuff like that, go check out Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Second one's already been greenlit.
cool.
Yeah, very, very fun movie. There was a lot of kills that made me cringe. Like, it was like, oh, God. That just looked painful as hell.
The only thing I would say with 1999, if you pick it up, is be mindful of your resources, because since this is a newer game, resources are a bit rough.
Okay.
I mean, there's enough resources if you're mindful enough, you can get a full set team to a decent level. But yeah, I'm gonna have to grind a bit to do like full max level stuff.
Okay.
And besides that, I also started a journey that I may regret in a couple weeks. Honkai Star Rail. I started.
You jumped on that. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I saw you started playing that.
Yeah. Because I found out it has a mobile, not a mobile launcher, but a desktop launcher. So I downloaded that. I started messing with that. Got through the first chapter of that.
What do you think?
I like it better than Genshin, personally, just because it is more RPG versus Genshin is more action. Which Genshin's still good when I played it way back when it released on PS4. But I just prefer the RPG.
Is it its own like launcher?
Yeah, you can look up just Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail, and you'll go to their website and it has its own desktop launcher. That's what I'm playing it from.
I may do that.
That's interesting. I didn't know it had its own launcher.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
This
news to me.
That's part like since it does, I might actually give it a go.
That's more or less what I did because like one of my Discords, I saw someone else was playing it too. A bunch of people in there are real big into it. And I was asking about it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's got its own launcher." I was like, "Oh, well, shit."
Yeah. You said you liked it better than Genshin?
Yeah, just for the RPG aspect because I like RPG more than action. But again, Genshin's still good. Genshin's fine.
Yeah.
Just I enjoy the more turn-based
Yeah.
control.
Yeah, that for me it really depends on the action
Yeah.
combat system and how
Yeah.
it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall I prefer like traditional RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Because more or less it is done in the style of each character has has a basic attack and skill, and then an ultimate. Then they all have a talent and passive, and then it's turn based. So speed, debuffing to control the turn order, all that fun stuff. Using affinities to break enemies so they take more damage.
Okay.
So it has all the traditional RPG aspects that allows for strategy, team building, and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
which it's actually about to also next week on Thursday, about to release its next story chapter. 1.5 comes out.
Okay. Yeah, I tried Genshin whenever it first came out on the PS4 way back when. I mean, I saw the appeal, but it didn't really grab me. So I don't know. I might be more interested in this one. May check it out. We'll see. They having a launch is gonna neat, but
Yeah.
yeah, may check
Which
it out.
that's why I found out why Genshin came off Steam because they did their own launcher for that one too.
Okay,
That would make
Yeah,
sense,
that
yeah.
that makes sense. Genshin never came out for Switch, did it?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I think that just got like permanently delayed to the point where they're just like, yeah, look, Nintendo, fuck you. Just release the new console. We'll release Genshin for you. We're not doing it on the Switch.
Which is funny because then you can play Genshin on mobile.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Let me fact check that. I know it's supposed to, but it just never did.
I would be surprised if it did because it would run horribly.
Yeah, it would run like ass. Okay, so first thing I saw was an article from the 15th this month, and it's release date speculation. Oof. So this thing is never coming out for the Switch. Switch 2 maybe, but anyway.
But yeah, that's how I spent my Thanksgiving week playing Reverse 1999 mostly, then picking up Star Rail this week.
I haven't got back more on man who erased his name.
Nope.
Did you end up trying Persona 5 Tactica?
Nope.
At all? No. I jumped on Persona 5 Tactica, you know, like I talked about on the show for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've jumped back on it since, but like I told John, like it's fun. It's very, you know, I love the art style's cute, appealing, whatever, and it's fun. But the only thing this game made me want to do, is I want to get back on Persona 5 Royal now. Like that's all I want. Like, just being around the characters, you know, and just in the world. I'm like, I just want to go play Royal now. Like I'm still working on my New Game Plus. I have to buy the game again since I beat it on Xbox on Game Pass. It's off Game Pass. So I have to beat the game. I have to buy the game for a third time now because I bought it for Switch and PS5. So just if I wanted to jump back into my New Game Plus, I would have to buy it for Xbox. But whatever, you know, is what it is. Good game. I'll do it again. But yeah, I mean,
you could just beat it again on PS5.
I haven't even started on PS5. I started my Switch one before I started PS5. The only reason I bought it for PS5 was because it was a steelbook for $30. That's the only reason I bought it. But no, I mean that's the only thing Persona 5 Tactica did for me. It's just like, damn, I really want to play Persona 5 Royal now. Still playing some Mario RPG. Got my boy Gino. It's great, fantastic.
Hey.
Love him. 10 out of 10. Amazing. Love this game. No, the game is, dude. It's done so well. Like, I mean, the game is. Just
Oh yeah, I've
done
watched
so
several
well.
streamers who played it, and yeah, it's solid.
Oh my god, man! It just it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy that it's done the way that it is.
Man, something I forgot was coming out was Dragon Quest Monsters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
I
stuff.
forgot.
I saw
I
stuff
forgot
on
that
Twitter.
game. I forgot that was coming out, and then now I might go back and pick that up.
Also talking about Dragon Quest, I saw where like one like the lead guys he was talking about that. Which one is getting the HD 2D remake? Is that 2 or 3? Do you guys remember? No,
Nope.
no one remember. Well, it's 2 or 3 is getting an HD 2D remake, and I saw where like the lead guy was talking about that. It's completely playable right now. They're just kind of running through it, kind of polishing it up and stuff.
Well, that's good.
It's gonna come out prizes sometime next year, obviously. So that's cool. And then hopefully after that, get your new Dragon Quest game whenever that's gonna come out.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while.
Dragon Quests are always super far apart.
Yeah, no, that one's gonna be a bit.
Yeah, it was because even when they did their reveal of it, all it was the logo of the game. It was a big event that they did for it.
Yep. I mean, people were there for it. People were
Yeah,
happy.
no, people were hyped for it.
I was there watching along.
Yeah. Just there having a good time.
Gonna be surprised that they even did that so close to 11.
Mm-hmm.
That one's been a few years now.
Man, there's such long gaps in between them, though.
Yeah, in just true trademark Dragon Quest fashion. John, did you end up continuing your Tales of Arise run that you were just recently started? Did you buy the DLC?
I don't remember if I bought the DLC.
Called Beyond the Dawn, right?
Yeah. Kind of working my way through it.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing between.
Dude, I feel you.
I'm bouncing between a bunch of things right now, so it's kind of whatever I play is kind of what I'm in the mood for. Like
I feel you.
If I'm chilling, like I've been in the mood for TFT this weekend, so I've been playing TFT. Earlier in the week, I played some Prey.
Yep.
Whenever a couple of my buddies are on, I want to play. We play some Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm just kind of chilling, hanging out with my PlayStation, I hop on and I'll play some Tales.
Yeah. Good. That's how I am with a lot of stuff right now. If I want to get your kid back on the PlayStation, I'm currently just playing Cyberpunk. Still very patiently waiting for the Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus that they said should come out by the end of 2023. At this point, I don't think it's come out this year. I don't think it's come out this month. I hope it does because I really want to start a new game. I want to do New Game Plus on it, so hopefully that's gonna happen, but probably not. You boys have anything else that we want to chat about in detail? If not, I can start hitting the weekly wrap up. Got a lot of things in there that we can react to and talk about, chat about, whatever.
No, you're good.
John, you got anything?
So I was looking at this, and goddamn, there's a lot of Dragon Quest games.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spin-offs.
Yeah, I know. I scrolled down, and I was like scrolling around. I was like, what am I looking at? I was in the spin-offs category.
Yep.
I was just looking back to see what the release or like how far releases were for the past couple games.
Mm-hmm.
We're due now.
Oh, are we? Okay.
11 was 2017,
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's been a while. Yeah. Maybe next year.
and Dragon Quest 10 was 2012.
The fuck was 10 on? It was on a DS. I know that.
It was released on Nintendo DS.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
The first main series game to feature multiplayer.
I think I might own 10. I don't know. I have to check my collection.
Also, random question. I guess more so for John because I know you never beat it. So got the second part of the Pokemon DLC coming out. You have any interest in playing it again?
Not really.
So I had interest to play Pokemon, and the new DLC is coming out. The only thing that really interested me about it is like shiny hunting is so fucking easy in this game, and all the starters are going to be in there. So that's pretty cool. Get some of the shiny stars I don't have. So I hopped back on Scarlet just to kind of dick off. Holy shit, that game runs so bad. It killed my vibe to want to play the game.
Well, it's like you're like shiny.
So bad.
You're like shiny hunting so easy in that game. Yeah, shiny hunting is very easy in that game. The problem is, while you're shiny hunting, it's so hard to see anything because of how bad the game runs.
Yeah, like I made a run around the map, to see if there was any overworld shinies for me. And dude, just it ran like ass, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer before touching either of these DLCs. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I'm more interested to go back and play Sword and Shield right now than I am Scarlet and Violet, or even Legends Arceus. I'm more interested to go back and replay, which I never thought I would say those words.
Yeah, I will say it's like it's like, man, those for how bad those games ran, I still have to give them props for how much it was exactly what I wanted in that game. But am I gonna go back to it? Not anytime fucking soon.
Yeah, I feel that. I'll play the DLC eventually. We'll see. All right, let's start running through the weekly wrap up. So the first thing that I had here, I want to stress, I imagine this affects a very tiny little, portion of people, in my opinion, but it is just still one of those friendly reminders that people got hit with on the internet that I wanted to shout out. It's just like the negative aspect that's coming with digital future is that Sony put out a statement that come December 31st, any Discovery content purchases will be removed from people's library due to licensing issues, and they're not even going to attempt to get anything fixed about it. It's just gone for good. So that's just one of those negative aspects of the digital future that is coming. And it's just always, anytime something like this happens, it's always just that friendly reminder for people. It's just like, while it's convenient, there are still things that need to get worked out going into that digital future, where it's like your purchases can be protected somehow, however they can try to protect them. It may never get protected. And that's just the future in general.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Not everybody is going to come to the realization that I did where I'm like, I'm switching to digital. They can take this shit from me whenever they want to. I don't care.
I like having a collection, so it's care.
Like the collection is cool. There's certain games where eventually I might want physical copies of them.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I enjoy the digital aspect of it too much.
Right.
And the fact that some of those games are eventually I'm not going to have access to, I'm like, man, it is what it is. It's the choice that I made.
You made your bed, you're going to lay in it.
Yep,
I feel you. Next thing, Capcom confirmed more Resident Evil remakes are on the way. I would hope so. They sell really well.
Yeah.
The one that everyone's hoping for is Code Veronica. That is the one that everyone's just like, okay, does this mean Code Veronica's coming? Please make Code Veronica, please.
I really don't understand the whole thing with Code Veronica because I played Code Veronica. I mean, it was good. Ish.
Ish. He says the ish. Put some doubt in there.
Do they make new games still?
Yeah.
I mean, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter. In terms of Resident Evil.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like Resident Evil, because
Village.
I mean, they made Village.
Yeah, but all the news we hear about
is remakes.
That's all anybody talks about or cares about.
Did Village even make like Game of the Year nominees? Because I remember, I think it was Resident Evil.
They got Big Lady.
They did get Tall Lady. Obviously Resident Evil 4 is in there now, and either 2 or 3 or even both of they were, I think, in Game of the Year nominees. I think it was 3. But I don't know if Village did. So it's like all the remakes are getting Game of the Year nods, which John fucking hates. And then Village, the new game over there, is like, I don't know if it got in there. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. It might have. I mean, Tall Lady kind of took the world by storm, even though Tall Lady was just like one little portion of the game.
I'm going to assume that Village snuck in there.
Probably.
But it was mostly Tall Lady.
Yeah, mostly Tall Lady.
Because I remember that Tall Lady's voice actress won an award.
Yeah, she won Best Performance.
Yeah.
Which is no surprise with how that year went.
Yeah. People see Tall Lady, people vote.
Yeah, basically. Let's see. Next thing I had. Trailers for the Fallout TV series and Halo Season 2 were released. Don't give a fuck about Halo Season 2. Don't give a fuck about Season 1. Have not watched the trailer for the Fallout TV series yet. I've seen like a bunch of screenshots from it. Looks solid. I'll watch the trailer and just kind of judge from there. Also got a new trailer of The Boys Season 4.
Hey.
Trailer look good. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for The Boys Season 4. It's going to be great. Next up, there's a recent Phil Spencer interview. Had some interesting things in there involving there are no plans to bring Game Pass to PlayStation or Nintendo, even though that's been a constant little rumor that's been kind of always thrown out there. That's always been one of their big dreams. He basically said there is a roadmap for hardware, service, even Xbox achievements, to get kind of improved on that front, and still the Xbox Game Pass family plan all exist. Would really love to see the roadmap on that family plan. I'm really interested in that one. I know it's currently out in certain parts of the world, so I'm kind of curious what their roadmap's going to be for that. He does recognize that Xbox is sitting on many interesting IPs, and it's all about finding the right team, being passionate about or reviving those worlds. We haven't touched every franchise that people would love us to touch. Banjo fans, I hear you. And I was just like, my man. It's like, hopefully we can get a new Banjo game. Let's go.
No, he just
Shut up, John.
He just wants you to know that he hears you,
But he doesn't care.
and he listens to that on repeat while he sleeps.
Shut up, John.
Damn. John taking shots over there.
I love Zach's reaction.
I'm also going to hold out my sliver of hope that there will be a new Conquer game.
Nah, that's really not gonna happen.
That one's tough.
He hasn't heard you.
No.
He has not heard the Conquer fans.
Well,
He's
that's
heard.
not true. That's not true because keep in mind, this year we've seen a resurgence in Conquer in the mainstream with that Conquer energy drink. All right.
There was a Conquer energy drink.
Yes, there was a Conquer crossover energy drink with a brand. Then there was the Conquer U2's figures. And then there was also something else Conquer related. Oh, there was another Conquer figure that I wanted so bad, but it was like $400. And I'm like, okay.
Should have pulled the trigger.
No, I am not.
Yeah.
So there's been a resurgence in Conquer this year. All right.
Look
I
at
have hope.
all of these examples of Conquer fandom, Zach.
Hey. Conquer fandom, baby.
It's not $400.
This one's not. No.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was moving those to find it behind him, and he was hiding them.
No. I have hope. Okay, I have hope. Maybe one day. At least Banjo was acknowledged. No, I mean that's going to be the big thing with them taking over everything. Is like what kind of like dead and dormant franchises are going to get like that chance of revival? Because whenever the purchase was done, Phil touched on a bunch of random franchises like that haven't been active in years. It's like, oh yeah, we love to do something with this and this and this and this. It's like, are they actually going to touch things that haven't like been messed with? It's just been put on the shelf.
I mean, from what it sounds
be
like,
sick.
if they find the right team that really wants to work on it, yes.
Earlier today I bumped into our good buddy Diaz, and he actually brought he brought the interview up to me. He's like, "Oh, did you see that Phil Spencer had an interview talking about the Activision Blizzard purchase, whatever?" And I'm just like, yeah. It's like I'm not surprised that you did. I'm just surprised that you're bringing it up to me. Of all the things that we talk about. All right. He's just like, yeah, my friend sent it to me, and he's just like, hey, he said that it could be reviving some dead IPs. You know what that means, right? And Diaz is like, don't give me hope. They're never bringing HOTS back. And I'm just like,
I mean, it's got an update.
It got an update, but HOTS is never coming back. I did play HOTS recently. I did reinstall it. And just for my own personal embarrassment or lack thereof, I did hop into just an all bots game, at the max difficulty instead of like a game with people. Boys, I'm bad. I am bad. I don't have any ounce of skill from the little skill that I had when I played HOTS.
I mean, I feel like HOTS would pretty rough because for the people who did stick with HOTS, they're going to be really good now.
I know. Like, I immediately just went in and just played Zul'jin since he was one of my best, and oh man, I am bad. Like, it's just like the feeling of getting back used to playing like a MOBA. I just don't have it. I don't know.
No, you gotta say. The problem is you didn't play high skill characters like I did.
No, that's true. I never played the Probius of the world, the pro player over here.
You tried, and you failed. I showed you how it was done.
I played all the dumb characters. Like Murky was one of my favorite characters to play. I've got a good Murky. I'm not gonna lie. Murky's fun.
You say you play the dumb character. I play a little orb that just floats around.
You play one of the dumbest characters, but I also got MVP with the Lost Vikings, and I'm still very proud of that. That was a dumb character. Anyway, so yeah, possible dead franchises being acknowledged. Shout out to that. That's cool. Where was I on my list? I found it. All right, so apparently Bungie launched and removed a Destiny 2 starter pack after a single day following complaints that it was overpriced and didn't help new players at all.
I think I saw this.
Yeah, it was like $15, and whatever they threw in there, it just was not helpful to a new player. So they immediately took it down within a day.
It was one of those where I was like, oh, they have this on here. I'll click on it and see what it has. And I'm like reading through it. I go, I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Destiny every time I look at it. I saw like a TikTok about it recently of going through the stages of Destiny, where it's like Destiny 1 comes out, it's like, oh man, this game's gonna be great, it's the game of the generation or whatever, and one other random guy's just like, but what if it sucks?
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, it's not. That's not gonna happen. And he went through every expansion. It's just like every other expansion. It's just like, all right, we're back in, boys. This is peak shit. This is amazing. And then the next one's just like, why did I let them lie to me again? This shit's ass. I'm just like, man, this is the Destiny experience.
Well, it really is. Like if you, it's great if you ever look at like the Destiny Steam page, like
Yeah.
Destiny 2 Steam page or something, and just go down the expansion list. It's like mostly positive, mostly negative, mostly positive, mostly negative. It alternates back and forth.
So that
it's
means-
one of the funniest things to see.
Okay, so that means the one that just got delayed, or was it like the final shape or whatever? It got delayed to next June. That means that one's gonna be a banger because Beyond Light apparently was one of the
Yeah,
worst
everybody
ones.
fucking hated it.
It is one of the worst ones ever. So maybe the final shape or whatever it's called.
The
next
fuck is
year
Bungie doing? This is the same group that gave us Halo.
Dude, I don't know. At this point, just like go
You know
to
how it
Destiny
is.
3.
Hey,
Go to Destiny 3.
You know how
please.
it is. Like every you can only make so many good things.
Yeah, I get it, but
So-
still, damn.
So you make one, and then while you work, it's like you make a banger, and then while you work on the banger or the next banger, you let the interns work on the next one.
Basically. Just go to Destiny 3 at this point, please. Getting back into Destiny.
I would get
is
back
such
into
a
Destiny
tall
if they
ta-
made a Destiny 3.
Yes, if Destiny 3 came out, boy, I'm there day one. I am there at like midnight. But getting back into Destiny 2, bro, that's a daunting task, man. Like
I don't
it
think
is.
I would pick up a Bungie game unless it's a new IP.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
Even the
that's
new
fair.
even the new game they have coming out like next year, or the year after, is not even a new IP. It's a revival of their oldest IP being Marathon.
Yeah.
But it's just it is a new twist on Marathons. I guess I'll give them that. But like everyone was raving it up on Twitter. It's like, oh my god, new game from Bungie. Oh, and I'm just like, you guys realize like this is like their OG property, right? Like it's literally in the Halo games. Like that symbol that's on this freaking title screen is literally like in all the Halo games for your emblems. Like it's an option. It's
Yeah.
Marathon. Like what are we doing? Anyway. Good month of Game Pass though. Like I already mentioned earlier, got Far Cry 6 coming into this month. That's about middle of the month or so. Remnant 1 and 2. Those
They're
both got
actually already out.
yeah, those got shadow drops. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
That's the real winners.
Yeah, that's some big dubs.
Remnant's such a good game series.
Goat Simulator 3 coming out, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Spirit of the North, and many more. So I mean, it looked like a really good month of Game Pass. So that's pretty cool. Apparently, Skull and Bones is apparently releasing February 2024.
Finally.
We'll see. Do we want to play that game when it comes out? Just, I mean,
Depends on how much
wait.
it is.
It has such a saga
Hey,
behind it.
wait. I can help you with this. No.
No.
The question you should have asked is, should we play this game? Because do I want to? No.
No.
It does not look fun.
But should we, John?
No.
I think we should.
Don't worry, John. I got you booked. We still got to finish up that other thing.
Yeah. You guys got to continue to have fun with that. So
Oh,
enjoy
it was
yourselves.
It was a blast.
It was a blast.
It was actually very entertaining, but I was very confused at the same
John
time.
had so much excitement behind that.
No,
I
no,
believe that
it's-
this is a 10 out of 10 banger now.
It is. Here's the thing. It's not necessarily about what's happening on screen. It's the interactions you have along the way.
Yes, it is. It very much is.
Because when you finish a session and one of you goes, man, I think that's all I can take for now.
You know what? You know what? Just for I want to start an ongoing meme. I don't want to mention on the show what the game is until the time comes when we release it for Valentine's Day. Let's do the build up. Let's do the build up.
This is just other date night.
Yeah,
It really
Yeah,
is.
this is just another date night. It really, really is. And we're just gonna have a build up for it and release it on Valentine's Day.
Well-
that was Zach's idea. Shout out to that.
Probably a length because it's maybe more than one video.
Yes, we'll figure it out when we get there. We got about 2.5 months.
Not even wearing a watch.
Fuck off, John. All right, next up. So I saw the news of this that it looked like it happened, but he did confirm it. It's a big unfortunate on this one. Embracer CEO confirms the Time Splitter Studio Free Radical Design does face closure before Christmas. So that now puts
RIP.
that Time Splitter like remake or new game. I don't remember if it was remake or new game. But that now puts that like that's probably just not happening now. The studio just went under. Embracer has just like they've been cutting shit left and right. That's been the theme all year. Speaking about cutting shit left and right, BitDance is reportedly closing down its gaming division and moving away from games completely after failing to compete with Tencent. It's a lofty goal. Not surprised you failed. This involves shutting down Newverse, which is the Marvel Snap developers. Now, Marvel Snap official Twitter did address this, and they said that the game will continue to operate and flourish in the future. They danced around the news like is Newverse shutting down. They basically just said, hey, to all of our concerned players out there, Marvel Snap will continue to operate and flourish in the future. They didn't say that Newverse is not shutting down. I did notice that, because that's like a trademark PR thing, is dance around the main thing, but kind of get to the end goal anyway, So that's unfortunate. I still play Marvel Snap every day personally. Would really suck to see it go under. I would hope that like if they want to move away from the gaming division, that's cool and all, but like give Newverse the chance to be like an independent studio. You know what I mean? Give them the chance to like still keep the Marvel Snap IP along with Marvel, whatever, and let them continue to do their thing. Because they also do like whatever the Bleach mobile game is that's popular right now. Plus,
I think it's like called Thousand Souls or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that. And they have 2 other games they also do. So it's like let Newverse just go be an independent studio. You know what I mean? Let them go do their thing. Don't just close them down. Let them go do their thing. But it would suck if to see Marvel Snap go under. I hope that's not the case. One thing I thought was kind of interesting is Bloober Team put out a statement involving their Silent Hill 2 remake, citing the progress game is going well, but it's basically up to Konami to do something. So what made this so interesting is that it was just a general update of the game because everyone's been wondering where the fuck is anything about this game. If you look at this post, okay, every time Konami is mentioned, it is bolded. Like they are this post was not a message to the fans. This was a message to Konami, in my opinion. Bloober Team put this out because Bloober Team is just like, we're at their mercy. This is on them that we have not shown you anything. We are ready to show you something, but we can't. That's what I read when I read this whole post. So if you're patiently waiting on Silent Hill 2 remake, it's Konami, which, let's be real, no surprise on that
Not
front.
really at all.
There were 3 new Fortnite games announced. And when I say 3 new games, I mean 3 actual new games, not game modes. They are actual full-fledged games. They're all within Fortnite, though. Each having their own like social media platforms. Like these are legitimate games. They are not game modes. They are full-fledged live service games. One of them is Lego Fortnite. There is one called Rocket Racing, which is made by the Rocket League team. And then there is Fortnite Festival, made by the Rock Band team.
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know, man, but it's 3 full-fledged games within Fortnite.
Why is Fortnite becoming Roblox?
That's basically what it is. They're trying to compete with Roblox at this point.
That's a weird competition.
That is.
Yeah,
That's basically what
nobody asked for the fight, Zach, but they're gonna give it to him.
Oh yeah.
They did it.
They're ready to come swinging.
Roblox over here. What y'all doing?
Yeah, basically, like, we're just trying to exist.
We're community based.
Yeah. Oh, but no, I thought that was interesting, man. 3 full-fledged games within a game. Like, I mean, that's all right. Kudos to them, I guess. They're expanding Fortnite in more than one way. I also saw where Peter Griffin's coming to Fortnite. Fortnite is just the wildest set of characters. They're pulling anyone they can.
Fortnite's just like, okay, we've used a ton of big names to draw people in and get them to come in and make a video. Fuck it, let's just anything will do.
Yep, Peter Griffin.
Says McFarlane, we need you to do some lines.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'm down.
Probably doesn't even ask what for. He's like, yeah, sure. Who you need me to voice?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Accurate. That's accurate. That's 100% true. Also, shout out, he's got his new Ted prequel coming out soon. I think to Peacock. I am actually interested in that. While Ted 1 and Ted 2 is fucking stupid, they make me laugh. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna probably watch that prequel. And the last thing I've got here for the weekly wrap up is there is also another new patent found from Sony. It's featuring a new DualSense controller with a touch screen on the controller. So that's pretty interesting. So John is not happy about that.
Really listen to that, everybody.
Yeah, that's just. Why do we keep making gimmicks? Why do we keep making gimmick controllers?
It's what sells it, man.
It's a thing, man. They have to have their starlight.
That's what sells it.
It's like you've talked about. We've mentioned before. It's like in God of War.
I know.
The whole game goes through, and at the very end, they're like, "And remember, you can do this."
Yeah, one only time in the entire game you have to use the touchpad.
It feels like for big games like that, it's in the contract where it's like you have to use this feature
at least once.
It's like you could. It's like I don't care how you do it.
Just
Use
do
it
it.
at least one time in a major way.
Yeah.
It's like some games, like Spider-Man, it can make sense where you're flicking around on it, like
Yeah.
you're using a touchpad or something, and
Yeah.
it works and it makes sense. And then sometimes it's just key emotional moment. Swipe.
So stupid. Well, now you're going to have a screen, John, to look at it.
I don't need no damn screen. I already hate the damn like speaker that's in the controller.
That surprises you every time.
It does.
does.
If you forget about it, like you
Because
play
it's
some
not
games and don't use
used
it.
It's
not-
never used.
It's never
Yeah.
used, and then you'll be playing there, and it's just like sound coming from right
Yeah.
underneath you, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, so I went on a big stretch of where I was playing games that did not use it at all, and I forgot about it completely, right?
in Ghost of Tsushima.
No,
That
not
was the best example
Yes,
of how
it
it can
is.
be done good.
Yes.
That,
Ghost
that,
of
that, that
Tsushima is a
was
good
good.
one.
No, that one's good. And honestly, I would argue this other one is kind of good because it kind of makes sense how it was used, but it's where it shocked me that I remembered it was there is when I randomly wanted to try to get, replay Xenoverse 2 again because I love Xenoverse 2. And I'm doing like the first mission. And when you're in the first mission, like the Supreme Kai of Time, she talks to the controller. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense because she's not here. She's like radioing me from back from like the main area. So that kind of makes sense, but it caught me the fuck off guard because like I'm sitting there playing, I'm just hearing her talking. Like, where is she talking? Oh,
You're in my hands.
so that was kind of cool. That was a situation of where it did work because again, it's like she's basically calling you. She's back at the main area, whatever city. So it makes sense in that case. But Ghost of Tsushima is a situation where they did it right though. Ghost of Tsushima is fantastic. You didn't play Ghost of Tsushima, you got to play it. That's all I had for the weekly wrap up and today's show. Again, we will be live for the Game Awards. Probably going live at probably 6 o'clock Central Time is my guess. Probably will only be live at Sparky 3 YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. I will say one difference that we'll have for this year from last year. I will not number it as an episode, and I will not be uploading it to audio. That was just a very large audio file. That's a commitment audio file for the audio listeners. So,
So it was like what, 5 hours?
yeah, something like that. So if you want to listen to it, just go listen to it on YouTube. Sorry, I'm not putting it. It's just going to be Gamesthetic Watch Game Awards. That's all it is. It's not going to be a numbered episode. Last year it was like episode 113 or something like that. I went back and looked recently. So anyway, boys, any last things that you want to shout out, or can I hit the music?
No, I'm good.
All right, hit the music. Get out of here.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. Yeah, that's all I got. We got nothing else.
All right, do everything he said and more. And if you enjoyed what you saw here and made it to the end with us, thank you very much. And come check us out at the Game Awards.
Hopefully the Game Awards will be fun. Look forward to it. I'm not as hyped as I have been in previous years, but I think it's still going to be a fun time. There'll be something there that's going to catch my eye. It's like, that looks pretty sweet. Looking forward to hearing more about that one. But make sure to also check us out at our website, sparky3.com. You sign up for free. You sign up $5 a month. We appreciate that extra support. Check out some Rogue Energy with the referral link down below. Promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off, as well as go over to Agent Inc. and pick up a jersey because we got some sick jerseys. Join the Discord, do everything and more. Hopefully you guys will come out on Thursday and watch Game Awards with us. All right, bye.